This is solar panel. This came from a friend who bought it in 2010. It was designed to help you on like long camping trips. You've got your RV, you've got your devices, you can charge your devices, and you can also jumpstart the RV if the battery dies. Designed to work with 12-volt systems. By modern standards, it's not that high capacity, but it was also going to be thrown away if we didn't want it because they lost one of the components, charge controller is what they called it, which I thought was a term that I made up for BMS, but then I learned BMS and I thought that charge controller wasn't correct, but apparently you can call it a charge controller. So anyway, because the part that's missing is essentially a BMS, we think that we can hook it up probably to our existing BMS, or we might want to get a new charge controller and hook it up directly to the 12-volt system. I don't know. Hey, give me some of that. So this is an 18-watt panel, pretty small compared to our system. It would take about 2 weeks of continuous sunlight, which of course does not exist, to charge our batteries to full. So 4 weeks of sunny days. But the point isn't so much to charge the whole car as it is to like gently extend the range and or reuse something that would be thrown away. There we are. Definitely not a modern panel. What the hell is this? I could read the instructions. It's a plug. Oh, and these are various adapters for the output. This is what you use if you're trying to jump your car. You hook it up to the battery.
Does it really make enough power to do that?
For like a lead acid battery, 18
So you're not
watts.
jumping your car, you're charging the battery.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a better way of
you're not
putting
going to
it.
get the output from this.
No. You're gonna leave it alone for like an hour. And these, I guess, are for mounting it. How is there a dent in your ceiling?
There's always been one.
Yeah, but how did they get it there?
They fell on it.
Oh, okay, I guess. I pictured them somehow like rolling it. Oh my gosh, look at that.
It's about the right size.
It's a perfect fit. Actually, we could fit like 2 of them perfectly.
Let's see if we get any juice out of this.
Yep, almost 20 volts. Yeah, I wonder what it would make in really good sunlight.
This raises an obvious question. If it's a good idea, why don't more EVs have solar panels? The answer has as much to do with marketing as engineering. Experimental, fully solar-powered cars do exist, but none are mass-produced. The energy density of solar is just too low to count on it for everything, and the roof of a car is not optimized for solar collection, but for aerodynamics. Also, most EVs have bigger batteries than ours because most of them are heavier and fancier. We're getting away with a smaller battery because of all the features our car doesn't have. On a commercial EV, solar can only be a range extender, not a primary power source, and that could get a manufacturer into PR trouble. Suppose you are a person who knows nothing about how EVs work, and you spent $50,000 on a Tesla with a full solar roof. Odds are you looked at it in the parking lot, knew it was electric, and assumed the panels were sufficient to fully charge it. You'd feel ripped off if you later learned you still needed to buy a specialized car charger. That's a PR nightmare waiting to happen. And the Tesla marketing model, which, whatever Tesla has become today, was the marketing model that pulled EVs out of obscurity, relies on glamour, not on eco-consciousness. Studies have shown that marketing eco-consciousness is actually bad for a product, since consumers will assume it doesn't work as well. You're better off claiming a device is efficient and money-saving than saying it's good for the climate, or marketing it based on things like stylishness that have nothing to do with its energy consumption. For better or worse, solar panels are a cultural signifier of eco-consciousness, and their presence on a vehicle might trigger an assumption in many consumers' minds that the car is slower or weaker. Of course, neither of these problems matters if you don't intend to mass market your car. If you're building your own EV, there's no reason not to put a solar panel on the roof, especially if you get one for free like we did. And in our case, we're hoping that our car will look unusual when we're done. We hope it will cause conversations about EVs with people who see it. The solar panel will make it look even stranger and make it more obvious it's been turned into an EV. That could produce an effect called social contagion, where our action may inspire others to take the same action. Social contagion is, long-term, how society will overcome those negative consumer assumptions about what a car is or should be. We have 2 options for how to hook the panel up. It can connect either to our 102-volt drive batteries or to our 12-volt aux battery that powers our lights. Since it's meant to work with a 12-volt system, and it can't really make that big a dent in the drive batteries, we're thinking aux. It would still save the drive batteries from needing to send so much power to recharge the aux system. While connecting to aux would mean that you couldn't drive the car away after leaving it parked for 4 weeks, it seems more reasonable. and it's appropriate to power our headlights with the sun. Every watt that comes in off of our roof is a watt that doesn't have to be generated in a combustion turbine. And if we've learned anything from our energy efficiency work, it's that little improvements add up. Show your support for mini trucks with a sticker from our store. We also have a GoFundMe. The links are in the description. And join us next time when we'll be continuing work on our drive circuit.